as of yesterday, we got to see some amazing men get inside of the Football Hall of Fame, NFL Hall of Fame. And let's go ahead and we talk about a couple of them, and especially one that's my favorite, especially the reason why I played linebacker next to Ray Lewis. We all knew that he was going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer as soon as he retired. Drew Brees is the heart and soul of New Orleans, and the speech that he gave at his inauguration, oh my God, it had me inside of tears. What that championship meant to Louisiana, and especially New Orleans, bro, still has records that will never be touched inside of modern NFL history. It just won't. Another guy that when he retired, we knew he was going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. Played his entire career with the Arizona Cardinals and literally was the guy to get over the hump. And I'm pretty sure Larry Fitzgerald is a Super Bowl winning guy. I could be wrong. This is during the Kurt Warner and that era, so I think they lost. But overall, amazing talent and deserves to be inside of the Hall of Fame. Luke Kuechly deserved to be inside the Hall of Fame no matter what anyone says. This man is a complete legend. Look at his numbers. Look at his run with Carolina. This man is a Carolina Panther for life. We know this, and he deserves to be inside of the Hall of Fame. You're talking about a guy that literally you were scared to go over the middle. This man could dissect an offense like it's nothing. Adam Vinatieri played for the Colts, played for Patriots. This man is what kickers dream to be. This man is definitely a legend when it comes to the kickers, league. A lot of kickers don't get a lot of love, right? And so for him to be inside the Hall of Fame, it definitely means something. And being one of few kickers to be inside of the Hall of Fame, he most definitely deserves it. Multiple Super Bowl winning kicker. His record speaks for himself. He wouldn't be inside the Hall of Fame if he didn't deserve it. Last but not least, we have Roger Craig. He was a journeyman, but he was a very reliable guy. Played for the, as you can see, the San Fran, the Raiders, and for the Vikings. Looking at some of his clips that he was inside the league, I see why he's inside the Hall of Fame. This guy was a workhorse. This guy was a reliable talent and definitely deserves it. With that being said, this is who will be eligible to be inside the Hall of Fame next year. You have Adrian Peterson, Gronk, Richard Sherman, Big Ben, Cam Newton, Andrew Whitworth, Antonio Brown, and Gerald McCoy. Adrian Peterson deserves to be inside of the Hall of Fame 100% as a running back. Gronk definitely deserves it, especially with his post-career. He's a lovable guy. Who wouldn't you want inside him to be in there? Richard Sherman is one of many guys that I feel like believes to be inside that ring of honor, inside of that that Hall of Fame. Big Ben, not a huge fan of, but his numbers are there. He's a Super Bowl winning quarterback. He might get in, but as far as a personal person, I don't think he deserves to be in for the things that he has done off the field, for the things that he has, just portrayed himself. I don't like it. Cam Newton, this is going to be controversial, but Cam Newton deserves to be inside the Hall of Fame. Yes, he didn't win a Super Bowl. Yes, he didn't drop onto the ball. But when you look at his entire career, even if you want to even put it inside his college, this man has won every single award besides the big one. His resume speaks for itself. I'm sorry to say he was Rookie of the Year inside the NFL, MVP. He holds records as a Panther. Just later on inside of his career, we all know that it was a decline, but he deserves to be inside of the inside the league's Hall of Fame. Andrew Whitworth, we need more linemen inside the Hall of Fame, and he's one of those guys that needs to be in there. Especially Super Bowl winning guy, definitely needs to be in there. Antonio Brown, if it wasn't for off the field issues, this man would be first ballot Hall of Famer. As a receiver, yes, but because of the antics that he's currently pulling and what he's been pulled inside the past, he's not probably going to get in. I'm not even going to lie to you. And then Gerald McCoy maybe might get inside of there too. But what do you guys think? Do you guys believe that this year's Hall of Fame, somebody else should have gotten in? Do these guys deserve it? And for the new class, for those men that might be able to be eligible, do you think that they'll get in this year or they'll get in another year down the road? Let me know in the comments. And when it comes to that Cam Newton situation, thank you for the person that actually spent the time to break down his entire thing. Like, you can pause the video, but I'm going to read it myself. It says, respect your POV, but he has NFL MVP in 2015, Offensive Player of the Year, led the Panthers 15-1, Super Bowl appearance, that was a fumble, we understand that, 45 total TDs in 2015, 35 passing, 10 rushing, one of the greatest rushing QBs ever, refined the rushing QB with 32,382 career passing yards plus 194 TDs, 38,000 plus career yards from scrimmage, Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2011, a 3-time Pro Bowler. Literally, this man has the stats, man. If you want to include his college career, this man has his stats. I don't know why people keep trying to discredit this man. Like, he didn't deserve to be a first-round pick. He didn't deserve to not be inside of conversations as one of the greatest players to ever lace them bitches up. You can say what you want about Cam Newton, but he hasn't had any major controversy inside of his entire career besides what happened inside of him in college. That's it. That's it. He was a young, dumb kid. That's all that was. We've all done so. Y'all act like the man sat here and killed somebody. He didn't do anything like that. But to take away his entire career is blasphemous, man.